Hello. So recently I decided to be very brave and I went to the thrift store on a 50% off day. It was a madhouse. I definitely got overwhelmed. I definitely walked out with way too much stuff. But with that said, I'm glad that I went. I actually scored a ton of good pieces, lots of nice basics, some things I've had on my wish list for a while. And altogether, I got this entire huge bag of clothes for 60 bucks. I have over 20 items, 22 I think. A couple of these are from a separate thrift trip, but I just decided to throw them in here. This might be my most insane thrift haul yet, just in terms of the sheer volume alone. But as we've established, I have a ton of fun goodies to show you, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. I have to clip the mic on my shirt, so I'm sorry if there's a downgrade in audio quality, but I need both hands to get through all these pieces. So the first piece I have actually doesn't have a brand on it. Whoever had this cut the tag out of it, but it's this fun like kind of puff sleeve blouse, and it has a little bit of an eyelet detail there, and I love pieces that are black and white. I know I'll get a lot of use out of something like this, but even though it's not quite long enough to be a dress, I kind of like had it in my head as a mini dress. I think it would look really cute with like a bubble skirt or maybe a pair of shorts, but I thought it had really nice details. I love the shape of it. Of course I can style it all year round, but I thought this would be really fun and cute for spring and summer. And I won't be going through prices just because I can't remember everything, but like I said, the total was around $60 for all of this, and everything was 50% off. So some of these pieces were as little as like $1, $1.50. Next we have this button up. There's the brand. I'll do a few buttons so I can show you it a little better. Pretty straightforward piece, just a button up, but I love the color. I love that striping in it. The pink is so fun. Again, really cute for spring. And I love like feminine styled button-ups like this that are a little bit more like tailored in. It fits really well, so it'll be really nice to style. And I love a good button-up. I get so much use out of them. Easily one of the most worn types of items in my closet, so I know that when I pick one of these up, I'm gonna use it. But these colors aren't really something that I own. And like I said, I love that pink. I think it's like a fun, whimsical touch. And I feel like middle school me would have worn something like this. Pretty sure I had something similar in the past. So this one's for her, but I think it's really cute, and I could totally see this with like maybe like a fun floral midi skirt with some heels when it gets warmer out, but a nice classic versatile sort of piece. Okay, next we have another button-up blouse. There's the brand. I always forget to do the buttons up before these videos, and you'll see all these in the try on portion, so it doesn't really matter, but it's this fun almost baby doll style top. It has this like sort of bib like tuxedo kind of detail there. It's a little hard to tell because the piece is all black, but it's very intricate at that part. I love the striping that runs throughout. I think it's a nice touch. And then you have these fun little pleats, and it like balloons out into a baby doll shape. And then on top of that, the shoulders kind of have a nice structure to them, sort of a puff sleeve, but then it all like comes down into this like kind of dramatic point with these buttons. I thought this top had a very like Victorian gothic kind of feeling to it, and I've been obsessed with Nosferatu. I know that movie's not for everybody, but I personally really enjoyed it, and it's been like massively hugely influencing my style. Not a surprise because a younger Kendall was also into vampire. So it makes sense, it tracks. But I love this top. I think it's so fun. And I thrifted a really cool skirt as well, which you'll see in a little bit. This paired with that I think would be so like gothic and dramatic and cool. But I love that this has so much styling potential. You could go more minimal and basic with it, or you can really do up the drama. And I don't really have a lot of black button-up options. The one I do have is sheer and mesh, so this gives me like a different option. It's also long sleeve, so that's nice too. But I love baby doll silhouettes. I love button-ups, as I already established. So I thought that piece was very cool, sort of an elevated basic, very classic, but like with a Victorian twist. I thought it was really cool, and I can't wait to try that one out. Next we have a simple little cardigan from Mossmo, which if you grew up in the 2000s, this was an old Target brand. I miss their old brands. But it's just a cute little simple cardigan. It has little pockets. It comes down into a v-neck. It's 100% cotton, which is nice. A lot of these pieces are cotton, so it's nice and soft and worn in. But I think it would be cute to style it like as a top on its own, but it would also be perfect for dresses. And I do have a few like short sleeve black kind of cardigan crop sort of options, but this one I think is different. It has a different feeling to it for sure. And those other ones, I can't actually button them up. One of them, it just hangs loose, and it's like a thicker, almost wool material, I believe. So it's obviously too warm for like the warmer months. And then I have another one, and that like tie is closed. So this one is buttoned. But I love the fabric. Again, it feels really nice. So I can get a ton of use out of that piece like throughout the year. Next, another button up. I'm button up obsessed, as I already explained. And this is SO. I believe this is a Kohl's brand. Again, this totally looks like something I would have had in middle school. but it's super cute. And I've been really into purple lately. Again, most of my button ups are pretty limited into like neutrals. I'm looking for some different color options. I said I get good use and wear out of them, but this one is so sweet and incredibly springy. Like the little ruffle cap sleeve, it's just so cute. And I love the little pockets. And again, the back is like sort of taken in. It's a little bit more snatched at the waist, so it fits really well. And overall, I just thought it had a very cute, sweet doll-like quality to it. As I said, I've been obsessed with purple. My obsession started when I thrifted this other top, and right now I just can't get enough purple. And I really don't own a lot of purple at all. For some reason, that was a color I have typically avoided. I was convinced for whatever reason it didn't look right on me. But these more like kind of springy shades I think work nice. And I've always loved purple, but it wasn't until recently that I really started liking the color on myself. So I was excited to find this. I've been loving like the combination of purple and red. I think it's so fun. But this is another like perfect little springy piece. Next we have that cool skirt that I mentioned, and this is from Loft. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. The drama. Look at all those ruffles. It's so fun. The top fits like very fitted. This comes down, you know, like past my waist hip area. And it's sort of like a midi length. But I thought this would look really fun paired with that dramatic Victorian blouse. I feel like those two pieces combined totally giving Nosferatu. It's like gothic Victorian vibes. But I love the skirt. It's so cool. And this would be a fun piece to like layer and experiment with. I can even put dresses on top of this. Again, sort of an elevated basic. It's kind of a statement piece, but since it's just black and solid color, it's going to be able to go with a ton of different things. But I thought this was really fun. I think it has the potential to be like very casual with like a baby tee and some sneakers in the warmer months. But you could also layer on and put a cool jacket, some tights and boots. Truly, truly endless styling potential with this piece, I think. So I'm really excited that I found this. I think it'll be a fun piece to play around with. Now this next top, I have to question my judgment because I know some of you are probably going to think this is ugly. But here's the brand, and it's one of these like kind of graphic tees, and I think I have Valentine's Day on the brain, which I love Valentine's Day. I love the whole aesthetics, especially like vintage sort of whimsical Valentine things, and this entire piece just gave me that feeling, like a handmade Valentine. But it has like all these fun floral pieces. I love all the colors. It's very romantic looking, kind of ethereal, and again very springy, lots of florals. I didn't take the time to read every single word on this top, and a lot of it's like kind of faded. It's meant to be like sort of obscured, but that was kind of giving Alice in Wonderland, I thought. But I don't know, there's just something about this. I really love the colors. I think it's really, really pretty, really soft and comfortable. And I could just picture me wearing this a lot in the spring and summer. Since it's so like busy, I don't think it would require that much styling. I put it with some ballet flats, a mini skirt. I think that would be really cute. I could see like a denim jacket being layered on top. But I don't know, I loved the like vintage Valentine feeling of it. It's definitely very different than most things I own. I don't own really anything like this. And I have a decent t-shirt collection, but a lot of them are kind of like loungy, oversized shirts. They don't usually mesh super well with like my personal style. So I thought this would be a fun piece to try. As I said, very soft, comfortable. So sort of like a more fashion t-shirt. And I just laid it on top of that black skirt. That even looks cute together. So I'm excited to play around with that one. It's a unique piece. And I know those kind of prints and styles are a little bit trendy. You know, people charge a lot for something like that on like Depop. I found it for like a really good price. I'm pretty sure that was one of the pieces that was like $1. And so I thought, we'll give it a go. Rather it be here with me than in a landfill somewhere, so I'm glad I could give it a home. Next we have this nice fuzzy green cardigan, and this is also by SO, and I don't really know how to describe this color. It's not quite chartreuse. It's this like earthy green shade, but as you can see, there's a lot of really beautiful details to this, and it is very, very soft. A lot of material like this tends to make me itch, but this one is like nice and worn in, and I usually don't like sort of open, long cardigans on me. There's something about the neckline, I feel like it just isn't the most like flattering shape for my body proportions, but I really like how this one fits, and it's such an easy like throw on kind of piece when I just want a little extra layer if it's chilly outside, whatever the reason is. Again, really cute for spring, and I don't often like more earthy colors on me. I find like a lot of colors in sort of the autumn color palette tend to kind of wash me out, make me look a little sick, but this one I thought looked nice on me and actually went well with my skin tone. And I have like so many spaghetti straps strap dresses and things like that that I could picture this with. Like it's light enough that I can wear it into the spring, but this is also a nice piece for the fall and winter. And I just love the patterns. It's very ornate, very pretty. And all around I thought it had sort of like a cozy, whimsical garden fairy sort of vibe. Again, matches that t-shirt pretty well. A lot of these pieces can go together. Yeah, I don't have any cardigans like that. They're all sort of like the one I'm wearing presently. I have like one kind of oversized one, but that only like hits my hips. This one extends past them, so it's nice, so I can wear it with things that are a bit shorter and then have that extra coverage going on. I've been looking for a long cardigan like that for a while, but none of them fit quite right. Like a lot of the styles, like I said, just don't look right on my body type, but this one does, and I like it very much. Next we have this polka dot skirt. This is also from Esso. I guess somebody somebody dumped all their Kohl's clothes, I guess. But it's this polka dot circle skirt. Very simple, very cute, fits really well. It's navy and then it has sort of a cobalt blue contrast to it, but really pretty, I thought. And polka dots are really trendy right now. I've been loving polka dots and I've been wanting to try them out more, so I was glad that I found this piece. Again, really easy to mix and match with this. I think this can go with a ton of different things. I really see it having a moment this spring and summer. Another kind of throw on piece. It will look cute with anything like a t-shirt and some sneakers. But I'm excited to play around with this one. I've been loving blue as well, and I've been wanting to get into navy more, so I was glad that I found this. I personally like circle skirts quite a lot. I think they're really versatile and I think they suit me well, so I was happy to add this one to the collection. Next we have a little jacket, and this one is from Dress Barn, and I do have a jacket that's pretty similar to this, at least in terms of color, and it's also like a cropped silhouette, but this one has a very different feeling, I think. But it has this cool detail of this button here in the zipper, and I thought this was very like utilitarian. It reminds me of those cool jackets, I guess military style. There's a different word I think I'm looking for, but I can't place it right now. But it's those very specific military jackets that have like the lines going down them with all the buttons. So this sort of detail reminded me quite a lot of that. And then the sleeves have this nice little detail. It's easy to like roll them up too, just for a different style. But I just love the way this fit. Another like elevated basic piece that I can mix and match with a ton of different things. Again, perfect jacket for spring when it starts to warm up. But I'm a jacket girl for sure. I love like extra little layering pieces like that, so I know I'm gonna get good wear out of it. I style my other cropped jackets a ton, so this gives me a very different silhouette to play around with. And like I said, I love those like little hardware details. Next we have this really cool jacket. Here's the brand, and it's this red velvet coat jacket. It's kind of in between, not velvet I guess, but corduroy. Again, sort of a similar sleeve detail as the other jacket, but it has these cool buttons. They're like brown in texture. They kind of remind me of tortoiseshell a little bit. And then it has a nice navy lining. And then the underside of the collar matches the lining, which I think is a fun detail. And it has these nice little details on the back, sort of like a pea coat style. And then it has nice deep pockets as well on either side. You can also secure those closed with a button as well, which is nice. But I love the color red. It's one of my favorite colors to style and wear. And I don't have any red outerwear whatsoever. I have like my big winter burgundy coat, but as far as like extra layers to put on or like non-heavy winter coats, I don't have anything like that. And I've been wanting to break out of neutrals when it comes to jackets and things like this. So I thought this was a really great find. Seems to be really well made. I could picture this worn all kinds of ways. I think it would be really cute with like a black mini skirt, maybe my tall knee-high boots with it. So a really good staple to have. Like I said, I've been on the hunt for like more outerwear kinds of pieces, different colors and silhouettes to play around with. And I can definitely picture that being like a go-to grab and throw on kind of jacket for me when it warms up just a little bit. Nice when you still need a little bit of warmth, but it's not like super heavy. So that piece is definitely going to be the most useful in the fall, spring kind of months. Next we have this sweater, and it is from Gap. This was another piece that surprised me because again, I don't typically love like autumnal color palettes on myself, but I really liked this sweater, and it is kind of like a masculine piece. Just in terms of like the color and the fabric, I feel like this is typically something you would see in more menswear, but then it has this fun collar detail with all the buttons, and it fits me super well. Sweaters can kind of be a struggle just because they tend to like overwhelm me if they don't fit me properly. But this one is like really proportioned very well and not too like overwhelming on me, I think. And the back also kind of reminded me of that sailor trim. It's just like a fun detail to have, I think. Again, will be useful for the majority of the year except the summer. And it does look like you can play around with the neckline and like button it up all the way. I haven't tried that yet. So it's versatile. There's other ways you can style it. And I just love buttons. I love a visible button detail. I think it's really cute. Again, a color I typically do not wear at all, but I do like this one on myself. And so I'm excited to play around with a different sort of green color palette as opposed to the one that I usually do. Again, I already know it will go with a ton of different things in my closet. Next, we have quite a few striped pieces. This one is also from Gap. It's very simple, blue and white striped long sleeve top. I don't really have options like this at all, I realized. And I moved recently over the summer. The climate I was living in, I didn't really have a lot of use for things like this, but living where I do now, I'm realizing how important it is to have like extra layers and things like that. So this is cool to like wear it by itself, layer under things, on top of things. And I'm just a sucker for stripes. I love stripes, one of my favorite patterns. And as I mentioned already, I've been really into this cobalt blue color recently. And I love that you could dress this up, but also keep it super casual. It would look cute with a skirt. It would look cute with jeans. So nice, really cozy, casual, easy piece. Like I said, we got stripes. Here's the brand. Again, another sweater that just fits me very nice. And I love these shades of brown. I think it's really pretty. Again, this feels like something I would have had in middle school. I definitely owned something like this when I was younger. But this fits really well. Again, I could see it styled a little bit more dressed up, a little bit more casual. And like I said, in the current climate I live in, sweaters, long sleeves, things like that, I'm gonna be getting a lot more use out of now. But the first way I envisioned this was like with maybe a slip skirt, which is like a nice black structured skirt with some boots. But all around it's cozy. I like the colors. Again, something about autumnal color palettes are just speaking to me right now. Maybe I just found my right shades within it. But another nice find. I told you we have stripes. This piece is from Old Navy. Again, super comfy basic, but this one is a little different because the stripes are a lot thinner. This gives a different feeling, but I love this detail on the neckline. I like how it's outlined like that. Really cozy, really soft, and nicely worn in. Fits really well to my body, and I've just been in search of more pieces like that. Just trying to dress for my shape a little better. And again, you can really style that in any way that you choose. I can layer it under t-shirts, I can throw it with some jeans, and I will be spending more time outside as it gets warmer, so it's nice to have like cozy, casual things like that I can throw on and just, you know, be out, be comfortable in. This is my last striped item, I believe. This is from Loft, and it's this cool black and white sweater. I love the shape of it and how it fits me. The material is kind of strange. It almost reminds me of a towel, terry cloth or something, but it's lightweight enough that I can wear it throughout the year, I think. And this actually would work for summer because it does get cooler at nighttime often. Sort of nautical, sort of emo. Great styling potential. I think you can pull this in a variety of directions, but all around it's just a really comfy, easy piece. And as I've already established, I love stripes. I wear them a lot. So I know that piece will get a lot of wear. We're getting close to the end. This one is from the Limited, and it's this cool, like tailored skirt. Very business girl, very professional. I love that pleat on the end, and best of all, it has pockets. But I love incorporating like classic office wear in a more casual, fun, experimental kind of way. So I could see this being paired with like a t-shirt, my Converse. I can dress it up too for a more sophisticated look. And while it's definitely not too dense for spring, I think it'll be a nice skirt for spring actually. I think this would be a really good cold weather skirt just because it is thicker, and I could see this definitely keeping me warm throughout the cooler months. But a cool like skirt silhouette option that I don't have, and this material is not quite like tweedy, but it's a bit more textured, and I don't own anything like this, so I thought this was fun. But I like how it fits. I think it's very cool. Next we have another skirt, and this one is from American Eagle. I was a little mixed on this one at first, but again, I felt the pressure at the thrift sale. By the time I was checking out, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna rush to put it back. But I was just a little bit mixed like on the color and print for some reason. I do think the skirt fits me incredibly well, and I think I just need to play around and style it. Like, it's a very simple skirt. I don't know why I was overthinking it so much. But again, very springy, pretty florals. It's like a nice muted gray kind of blue color. But yeah, if this doesn't work out, not a big deal. It's just funny, like of all the pieces, this is the one I was overthinking about. But again, it's just a cute mini skirt option. I think it'll be a nice piece in the spring and summer. So we'll see how this one works out. I think sometimes I just get nervous with floral pieces because I know I wore a ton of them in the past, and a lot of them I kind of burnt out on. So I think that's why I was overthinking this one. If it doesn't work out, I'll find a home for it. But since I purchased it and I have it, I'm going to try to make it work. We're going to play around with it and see what we can come up with. We have a few pieces left. We are just about done. Next, I have this really wacky shirt. Again, some of you are probably going to think this one is ugly, but I think it's really fun and really cozy actually. Fabric is so nice. Very soft and lightweight. I think this is going to be awesome when it's hot outside. And while I can style this throughout the year, I definitely had this in mind for summer. And as you saw from the tag, it is a Hawaiian shirt. It's very like dad coded, but it has these guitars or ukuleles, whatever, with, like people surfing and stuff. And then it has these florals around. But I thought the instrument and detail was fun actually. But I loved this top mostly. Again, it reminded me of something I would have worn in high school actually. I mean, I always had to thrift like out of necessity, but I'd say high school is when I like developed an interest and like a passion for it. I did fall out of it for a while, obviously fully back into it now. But this is so like Tumblr indie sleeves. Like I wore crap like this all the time, just like random button ups. I immediately pictured it with like high-waisted denim shorts. I think that would be so cute for the summer. Yeah, kind of indie, kind of hipster vibes. But I don't know, I thought it was fun and weird. And again, glad it's with me and not in a landfill. So I like that piece. I think if I make it to the beach this summer, I will definitely bring that. It would work really well as like a nice cover up, but it's fun to just style on its own. A very casual, cool piece. Next, we have this blazer from Merona, which is also a 2000s Target brand. So nice and well constructed. And I love the pattern. The colors are nice. Again, autumnal color palette. I just have been lucky in finding some shades that work for me. But the color is like almost purpley. It's sort of like a maroon or burgundy. And then again, navy, tan. Definitely have a theme going on with some of these colors. But I can't get over that like Target clothes used to be this nice. Simple, straightforward. It has some pockets, a little button closure here. But I thought it was like very academia. And I love the shoulder pads. I just really enjoy blazers. I think they're really fun to put like pins and buttons into. And it is like a little bit thicker, so it's a nice jacket option as well. Again, button detail on the sleeve. Total sucker for details like that. But I thought this was such a nice piece, and at this price you literally can't beat that. Like $2 or $3, insane. But I really like this. I think it's really fun. Not totally sure how I'm going to style this one yet, but we'll play around, experiment. So I thought it was just a cool funky piece to try out, and we did it. We're the last two pieces. I've been filming for a while, my goodness. This one is from Forever 21, and it's a really cool, like edgy kind of mini skirt, but then it has these little clasps here, and I think that's so fun. And something I didn't even think about is I can even decorate these with like keychains and things if I want to, because you can actually unhook that, and that's so cool. Yeah, I thought this was so fun. I don't own anything like this, and I love the pinstripe detail. Love the hardware, so cool. Almost like Trip NYC kind of inspired, but I'm curious how I'm gonna end up styling this one. It's such a fun piece to play around with. Again, I love that detail here, so who knows, I might experiment and like add things occasionally. I think it's just really cute, flirty, sassy, fun, playful little mini skirt, and it is quite mini. Most of my skirts are like at least fingertip length or longer, so I was glad I picked that one up. You know, as much as I love like retro, vintage kind of inspired silhouettes, fun, trendy, current ones are fun to play around with too. And I think it's important to have like a nice blend of pieces in your wardrobe. And my last piece is a skirt from American Eagle, and it's this super cute brown skirt with all this beautiful beading detail here. I love the flowers. I love how it sparkles. Really fun and cute. Very 2000s, I think. And then you have these tassels on the side, which are really fun, but then the beading is also tied in here. And it does sit on the side like that, which I think is fun and different. And again, it also has pockets. But this one fits perfectly. It's a great length where it's a bit shorter, but I don't have to like worry about it. It's very comfortable and, you know, carefree to wear. But it's still in really good shape. Like all the beading looks like it has held up really well. Very soft and comfortable as well. You know, another piece I think I can make work all year long, but really, really cute for the spring and summer. Another really easy piece to just throw on and go. The simple color and silhouette makes it really easy to style, but then I love those fun, playful, flirty, whimsical details on the side. All around just really, really cute. Knew I had to have this one instantly when I saw it. Whew, okay, we finished. I have a problem. Not gonna pretend that I don't. Definitely gonna cool it with the shopping for a while, but I'm really happy that I went. Like I said, it was super chaotic and stressful. I don't know if I would do something like that again, but it was definitely worth my time and energy. As you can see, I got like a literal entire wardrobe for like the cost of one singular item in some places, which is kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. But I love that there's a nice mix of like spring, fall, summer, and winter pieces. Things I can wear right now presently while it's still very cold outside, but a lot of things that I am looking forward to styling soon as well. So there's my gigantic thrift haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know which piece is your favorite in the comments below, and I hope the thrift gods bless you on your next thrift outing. So take care, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!